Morning. This is Nita, Miss Panda to Chickens, and Miss Kitty Blaze, Mr. Kitty Blaze, with a Timepiece Garden. And, yeah, I have no idea where anybody is but me. Everybody's playing Wild Animal of the Woods. Alright, so I'm out here a little earlier than yesterday, mostly because I finished the chicken barrel, their grain, last night, and I had a 50-pound bag, and I needed to get up and fill their container, fill their dishes, and then let them out. So I actually did that prior to now. So they're all taken care of. Now from there I let them out, and then started bringing stuff down so I can continue on with this tree. So having said that, I'm gonna get busy. Talk to you in a few. All that's left of the big oak. All right. The two little branches right there are what's holding this end up. This is the end. If it comes down, will smash my spice bush. So I'm going to see if I can take off the fatness up to those two branches and then see if I can either push it or roll it over off of my spice bush. That's the game plan. If I cannot do either, I will take all the wood that I've got stacked behind it and I will literally stack it right here. So my pieces of wood will hold this up as I chop the rest of that off. It's the easiest way for me to do it, because again, I don't want to screw up my spice bush. So, wish me luck. Talk to you in a few. Nope, I can't move it. So, yes, the wood is restacked there. So as I cut the two branches there, and or continue to cut the big one there, it doesn't fall on my spice bush. Now, I may lose it. It's just how it is. But you can see, kind of from this angle, I mean, it's under it. Probably see it better from this angle. There's the root base, and it's under it. So we'll see. Hopefully the stack will catch that branch. Does that make sense? And hold it up while I take everything else off, all the weight. Because I can get it to shift a little, but I can't physically move it. So, we'll see. I know. Rooster's trying to give me his opinion. Supervisor's going, really, Mom, you think this is going to work? The hen's over here going, we're just going to stay away from it all, because stuck in madness. So, we'll see. Talk to you in a few. Alright, the pile is now holding it up. Yay! Because that'll let me clear 3 more feet. Having said that, it did shift. Because if you look, the backlog there, no longer touching the ground. Which is awesome, because that means I can cut a bunch of it off too. So, let me get busy. And I'll talk to you in a few. Alright. Had to take off the large piece there. You can see there's 6 more pieces there. And then I was able to flip it over. Yes! Yes! So, I still have a lot of cutting to do. And you can tell where my poor spice bush, this branch here, I mean, he lost stuff, but he's not dead. Which is awesome. Woo-hoo! Alright. Let me keep on keeping on. Talk to you in a few. Alright, so I cut all the sharp ends off. So that way I don't poke myself. Panda doesn't poke herself. The chickens don't poke themselves. Chickens are a little snooty at me. Kind of and kind of not. I've taken their jungle gym down. But they like under the rose bush. Most predators don't want to fight the roses to get into them. And I know that sounds crazy, but they like under the rose bush. Having said that, I'm going to go ahead and cut some of these off here while I've got the fire pit going. Mostly so I can see under it. Like this branch here, this first one closest to me, I mean, there's some leaves touching the ground. But I'm going to cut some of that back so I can see what I'm looking at. And if necessary, I can mow or bring the mower at least in between these two trees, and get around. Sorry, I felt like I had an ant on me. And not that I am mowing today, but I want to go ahead and get all of this stuff up on a rack and get it covered so we can start the drying process. For most wood, it's an inch is about a month. So there's some, 3-4 inch wood pieces there. So they'll be burnable January, February time frame when it's the coldest time of the year. But to do that, I got to get them off the ground on a rack and under cover. So, gonna take a couple of those off because I still have time. It's not lunchtime yet. Take some of those off just so I can, clear view, clear access. And that way I can bring the lawnmower around here, get it over there, get it attached, load it up, and offload it type thing. Because I'm not trying to hand drag those in the cart up the hill. Yeah, I'm not doing that. All right, talk to you in a few. All right, space between the trees is clear. You can see my gray waters right there. Very visible. No trees on top of it, no branches on top of it. You can see, maybe not from this angle. Anyway, I took several off. There's a little piece of yellow there. Does that make sense? I mean, there's several all the way down. Took them off again so I could see. I knew it hadn't hit the gray water, but because the way branches hung over, couldn't see my gray water. I can see my gray water. There's no issues, no problems, which is awesome. Long term, I'm going to have to hire somebody. Sorry, I'm looking up at the sun. On this side, it's only about 2 inches worth of attached. On the other side, it's about 6 inches worth of attached, which means even if I remove some of the branches down there, it's not gonna come off on its own. I'm gonna have to hire somebody and have them debranch it. I think I'm gonna have to do the same thing on the one that's up the hill. I'm gonna have to hire somebody and have them come and debranch it. So, but I can see. Does that make sense? Gray water is fine. Do what I need to do. Don't walk under it, don't mow under it. It's just how that one goes. All right, so yeah, so what that does, let me back up and that way you can see it. It means when I need to mow, kind of in between these two trees, I can go down, keep all of that mowed that way. That makes sense. Then I have to go around that side of the tree and mow that way. So there'll be a patch here that won't get mowed because I won't go underneath it. You can also tell where as it ripped, it twisted that way. Again, it's beyond my skill level. So, all right, life is awesome. I'm gonna go get the mower, start moving that wood, put the rest of the stuff up on the porch. Because once I get that over on a rack, I'm done for the day. Talk to you in a few. So I'm in back stacking wood, and I hear a crack-a-lack-a-lacka. And I'm looking up going, okay, what tree's coming down now? Say, I look up and all I see are these moving. Yeah, I got another tree down, or another branch down. Thanks, Panda. The hard part is I'm gonna have to clear this one. Now, right now I'm hot. I'm done for the day. But when it's raining in the back, it makes sense, and it's because it's soft back there when it rains. This is the turnaround spot. This is also the turnaround spot for like FedEx and UPS when they come. So this cannot stay here. It's not happening today though. Whew. Not even close. All right, having said that, I'm just kind of zoom in if you look. Except for the really focus. There we go, except for the really large piece of log right there. Does that make sense? And that little one right there, it's not little, it's large. It's got like 5 stems coming out of it, so there's no way for me to cut it and get 2 pieces of I'm gonna say firewood out of it. Trying to split that would be insane. Anyway, there's the only 2 pieces left over there, and they can hang out for today. Kind of see behind the satellite dish, there's that tree that we already cleared. Yeah, so, again, I'm stacking wood. And what happens? There's another crack-a-lack. And I'm like, oh my lord, it's on the other side. And it is. Give me a second. So when I went and grabbed the lawnmower, it wasn't down. When I put the lawnmower away, It was. And Panda's having a blast. She's like, Mom, I know. That's everything I've cut and stacked. See now, so you can see a little easier. I'm not gonna lie, some of these I need to split. Not happening today. Did you see it on the other side of the garden? You're like, what is that? It's another branch. Insanity. Just insanity. See it? Another branch. I'm not walking over in the sun. It's just I'm too hot. I'm too hot. You can see it kind of came off the tree right there. Right? Yeah, that's it. It can sit there for right now. Again, I'm not moving it. Not right now. I will long term. Yeah, I had already figured that I was going to have to. There's one there that I knew had come down already, and it kind of sticks out into the road. And I just kind of drive around it for right now, but it can't stay like that. Skid oak, I knew I was going to cut it down, but when I go to cut it down, I had planned on putting like a come-along strap on it and dragging it over here in the shade. I mean, it's lunchtime and I'm still in shade here because of the way all these trees work out. And that way I could, hang out here in the shade, cut it, and stack it. I'm going to see if I can do that with all three. That one, I'm pretty sure I can pull it straight over. That one, I'm thinking I can get it up the hill and over here. That one I don't know. Just not sure if it'll be easy to get it over here in one piece. I'm hoping so, because, that way I work in the shade. I get a lot more done in the shade. Hi, Panda Bears. Hi, girlfriend. I know, Mama's got an owie, huh? Yeah, Mama walked into a piece of wood. All right, having said that, I'm done. I'm ready for a shower, a cold glass of tea, and some lunch. That branch will just sit there. That branch over there will just sit there. That branch will just sit there. And you can see it from here just barely. Well, right about there you can see it. That is the branch, focus, there you go. That is down across the top of the loop. So even if I wanted to drive at the top of the loop, up there to bring stuff back here to the workshop, yeah, I can't because of that branch. Insanity, just insanity. And then saying that, if you look at that one, I'm gonna zoom back in. Again, I'm gonna have to hire a guy. I don't have the skill level to get up in the tree and unattach that. I don't have it. Just like the hickory out front, I'm gonna have to hire somebody. Y'all have a good day. Miss Panda and I. We'll talk to you later. I got 2 eggs today. I wonder if my lady is starting to lay, or if Penny is just giving me 2.